teach you to love yourself didn't do that because they didn't love you. They didn't teach you to love yourself because they didn't know how to love themselves. They didn't know how to completely accept and approve of themselves 24/7 for their entire lifetime. Thus, and also they didn't know about karma more than likely. Thus, they didn't know how to train you to work with your own karma. They didn't understand all these various components of your ego. Otherwise, they would have been able to be empowered to facilitate you in this process of ego deconstruction, and thus bring you to a state of consciousness, love and peace and joy. So this information has not been so much withheld as unavailable. There are people in the world who know many of these things or all of these things, and yet there's not a lot of them. Most people on the planet are not as conscious as they could be. They may know a lot of things. They may have a lot of information, a lot of experience, and be able to do all kinds of things, technically or in a job or socially or managing things, and yet they really don't understand their own subconscious components of their own ego. Therefore, they don't know how to work with them constructively rather than destructively. So I would say that we have, in all our long evolution as a race of human beings around the whole world, we have been accumulating knowledge and experience for thousands and thousands of years. And that knowledge and experience is now culminating, like at the top of a pyramid. It's being brought into a state of high concentration, meaning that we have more information consolidated within individuals due to all of the information sources, the educational processes that are available in the world, the internet, the books that are available, all the television, movies, radio. All of the different inflows of information are creating a catalytic effect on human beings that will allow us soon, I believe, to transcend the ego, or at least to rebuild it in a much more constructive, beneficial, and spiritual, loving form. Now, we've quite often chosen to get to that level of understanding by first purging all of what we see as the bad things in life. You know, all the people that we see are bad. You know, if we're on a witch hunt to purify the world, then we're going to try to punish them or harm them or take away their power or make them be different or something like that. And I would suggest we can love them into wisdom. There are millions of people, I believe, in the world in prisons at this time, and few of them come out nicer and more loving than when they went in. So I would suggest that punishment is not a process that will get us to a higher state of consciousness. I would suggest that enhancing our current educational model, which is incredibly limited,